Hello and welcome back to the Second and Two podcast. I'm your host, TB, with my co-host, producer extraordinaire, hat connoisseur, master of the grills, background in business and finance, Jody. What's up, Joe?
What's up, man?
Happy
How's
August.
Yeah, it's the first of the month. Classic song right there. But how you been, man? It's been a solid couple extra days since we last talked.
Tired, bro. I'm working these
Practice getting to you out in the sun, huh?
Yeah, man. We got Texas, they still let you do 2-a-days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we got a lot going on right now. Just so happens today we got everything done kind of in the morning. Then I had teacher stuff to do in the afternoon. And then I just got home, ready to hop on the pod, talk some football.
Yes,
after talking football all day. Can't get enough. But yeah, man, things are good. We're now it's 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. kind of days out here, and getting ready for week one. We got a scrimmage next Friday.
Dang.
So
at home or do you have to travel?
First one we travel, second one. So we'll have another scrimmage that we'll get at home.
Oh, you get 2 scrimmages?
2 scrimmages, yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. And then for our first game, we're playing a neutral site. So we're playing a team that's like 6 hours away, and we're meeting.
You're meeting in the middle?
In the middle. Yeah. Dang. So we got to travel for week one. So we got some busy weeks ahead.
Going on.
A lot of work to do. Kids are doing a great job, though. They're picking stuff up. Defensively, we look pretty good so far. So I'm happy with it. But what's good with you?
Same old. We're here. I woke up till today alone. I woke up really early. I didn't have work, so it was like, it was good knowing, my sleep schedule's okay, but waking up that early is like, bro, I ain't got to be up this early. Let me get some more sleep.
Yeah.
So as I was telling you before we started recording, I was watching TV, getting ready to literally walk over to my bed and try to take a nap, and you hit me. I was like, duty's calling,
Yep, this is the job, baby. So I think our plan for today, we'll kick it around the league again, more training camp news, update you on some injuries, some contract stalemates, some possible trades, that kind of thing. And then we're going to do some fantasy football talk. Joe has laid out an elaborate, maybe not that elaborate.
I don't think it's elaborate. It's just,
maybe I'm overselling.
It seems complicated. Yeah, it seems complicated to you because you don't really play fantasy, but it'll be.
I have not played. I've not been able to play simply because I don't have the time for about 6 years. However, I am joining one league this year with some college friends. A way to stay in touch with them. We have 12. We have an even number. I'm so sorry.
Never mind. No, it's okay. I might be getting the boot out of my league.
That's how they got me in. I was the 12th guy, and I was like,
I could be your manager.
Yeah. I'll let you help me out. We'll get advice on this podcast every week. So I said, all right, I'll do it for like the first time in forever. And they got all these crazy rules like keepers and all this waiver stuff. And, yeah, they've been doing it for a few years, and I'm like, all right. When they needed a 12th guy this year, so I said, okay. It's cool. I get to stay in touch with my college teammates, but yeah, I don't know if I'm prepared. So we'll do some fantasy talk today. Maybe that'll help me out, give me a leg up.
Yeah.
But starting with news around the league, first and foremost, Jalen Ramsey injured his knee last week, appeared to be, possibly a really bad injury. However, looks like he came away, fairly clean. He had surgery yesterday to repair torn meniscus. So we talked about this with Kadarius Toney, right?
Yeah.
It's a tough injury, but you'd rather have that obviously
early than later. Yeah.
And you'd rather have it early, and you'd rather have that than like a torn ACL or MCL or something like that. So it will allow him to come back. I know he wants to be back by, week 1, week 2. Very similar to Toney. We're probably talking more like week 3, week 4. And maybe we'll see. Maybe he will come back sooner than expected. But that's huge news for the Dolphins. That means they'll likely still have Jalen Ramsey for the majority of the season.
True.
And he'll be able to come back from that. That's a big one, right, Joe?
Yeah. I mean, the guy at corner, we talked about it last week a little bit with Diggs, where you could leave him out there on his own for the most part, and he'll get the job done. Not many people throwing his way, and if it is, maybe they get a 10-yard gain, like barely, here and there, or my guy's making a play on the ball, batting it down. So I definitely want him playing defense. So the quicker he gets back, the better.
Ramsey, in his prime, was the rare guy that could both just like take a guy away, but also be a playmaker, be a ball hawk when the ball was thrown his way. Very reminds me a lot of like, not in size and stature, but just in terms of the playmaking ability with the shutdown ability, the combo of both. There are a few corners have ever been able to do that, but reminds me of a guy like Darrelle Revis or even in his prime, Stephon Gilmore, a little bit like that. There are just few guys that are like that, and as they age, Stephon Gilmore, some of the playmaking has gone away, but he can still just take a guy away. And Ramsey's kind of, I think, in that phase of his career, and so even with that, he's a very valuable member. There's a reason the Dolphins traded for him this offseason with that Vic Fangio defense. I think major plans for him. So it's huge that he'll be back. In other news, what is happening with the Colts and Jonathan Taylor? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I guess, outside looking in. There clearly was a breakdown in communication last week. Late in the week, Jim Irsay addressed the idea of the depressed running back market.
Yeah, tough.
While understanding that he has a running back who is up for contract extension, like who's going to be looking for a contract this offseason. And he made the comment essentially that, it was a kind of disparaging running backs. Like the position is different and, there's a reason that this is kind of what it is. And so it was taken sort of as a shot at Jonathan Taylor. And then he tried to backtrack and say, no, this had nothing to do with Jonathan Taylor. We want to take care of him, blah, blah, blah. Well, then all of a sudden you've got a meeting between Jonathan Taylor and Jim Irsay. Reports are that meeting didn't quite go well and that they came and emerged from that meeting with Jonathan Taylor seeking a trade.
Yep.
The Colts obviously thinking, we'd love to have Jonathan Taylor for this year and not wanting to trade him. And will likely have trouble finding a trade partner for him just because they're going to seek high compensation for him. And we're going to ask around the league what team is willing to trade a, higher round pick and then also pay Jonathan Taylor that money, because you're not going to trade a pick and not pay him. So now you're committing not only a contract, but then a pick. And so if you're the Colts, if you weren't willing to give him that contract, why are you going to ask someone else to trade you a valuable pick and then give him that contract? So I don't think the Colts can expect a big return, even though they're going to ask for it, just because of the situation that they've put themselves in. Now, the most latest and recent development out of all of that is the idea that the Colts will try to not pay him and put him on essentially the I forget what they call the exact terminology, but they're putting a
non-football injury.
Injury, yes, thank you. Because they're saying he failed to disclose a back injury to them that happened outside of practice. And saw last night, Taylor tweeted, I didn't have a back injury.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're saying. And they're trying to cheat me out of my money. So the drama here is it's what everyone loves, right? It really is like a TV show. I have no idea how it'll play out. It really doesn't make sense for the Colts, man, because I just don't think they're going to, like I said, they're not going to get the value. And if they really want to play hardball with this thing and try and not pay him this year, I don't know how well that's going to go over. So
yeah, I feel that. I don't know. The way I see it, man, Jonathan Taylor, it's all bad timing, You said he's getting his contract after this, possibly. You request a trade from a team you've been with the whole time. Not to mention he's already had a couple injuries over the last 4 years now. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough for him getting out of that situation, whether positively or negatively, But as long as he gets what he wants in the end, I mean, I guess that's all you could hope for. If the Colts do trade him, you got to be happy with a third or something. You can't. Yeah, at this point, you got to take what you can get if you really are going to trade him too. That's the other side of it.
And then I mean, Jim Irsay, it is worth noting, Jim Irsay has publicly stated they are not trading Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, he did say that.
But they never say, yeah, we're gonna trade. I mean, so take that with a grain of salt. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It feels like they have to at this point.
Yeah.
But again, we will see. So after that, we've got some disappointing injury stuff. None bigger than
Joey
Broncos
B?
receiver
Oh,
Tim Patrick. Joey B, we're expecting back.
true.
So I will hit that real quick since he said it. I mean, Joe Burrow, calf injury. They're kind of being cautious with him. Seems like he'll
Yeah.
be fine, and he
Did you
should be
see he
back
had the leg
week
sleeve
1.
on though? Like I feel like there was something already there, and then that just didn't help.
Yeah, I think that's why people are a little worried about it. But the Bengals have been pretty. If there is something worse than just a calf strain, the Bengals have kept it tight in house. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But they're being cautious with them. They're not making him practice for now. I think it's kind of a 2 to 3 week deal, and he's kind of day to day at this point. We'll see what happens with him. But sad news out of Broncos camp: Tim Patrick,
Yeah.
ruptured Achilles. I mean, that guy's had real bad luck. Feels like he's underrated, and now with all the injuries, it's going to be tough for him to kind of get back to what he was. And I mean, now coming off, I believe he tore the ACL last year. Now he tears the Achilles. I mean, you ask Klay Thompson about that recovery, process between those two injuries back to back, and think about what Klay looked like as a basketball player.
Yeah.
It's similar effect for Tim Patrick as a receiver. I don't, that's a really, it's just a bummer. Obviously he'll be gone for a second straight year. So bummer out of Broncos camp. I know, Joe, as a Broncos fan, you've got a little extra juice on the line with this one. How you feeling?
I mean, so Mitch sent over that info yesterday to me and Johnny, and then I was just like, "Well, you gotta have our guy Jerry Jeudy, and I think his name's Greg Dulcich." I was like, "Those dudes got to carry the team because at this rate."
Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, him too, but that guy's iffy. He's got to catch the ball.
It's also, remember, the Marquez Callaway signing looks even more important now in the offseason. That was another kind of guy that people sort of flew under the radar, but former Saint, has played for Sean Payton. Like that could end up being a huge signing with the loss of Tim Patrick.
Yeah, that's I guess that's almost a little insight for later that we just briefly brushed over.
There you go. In other news, the Colts, back to their running back room. Zach Moss, broken arm. He'll be out for 6 weeks. Wonder how that may impact the Jonathan Taylor deal or no deal there.
Now.
Well, with him missing 6 weeks, he will be back. It just 6 weeks means he's going to miss the start of the year. He'll miss at least the first 2 games, it appears. I guess more fun news, the Panthers signed linebacker Deion Jones, so they add another linebacker to their pretty good linebacker room already.
I didn't know that one.
Add some veteran talent there. Ronald Jones, running back for the Cowboys, suspended 2 games for PEDs. The Cowboys need another running back. I mean, they've got Tony Pollard and Deuce Vaughn, but they probably need a third kind of bigger back, and that's really what Ronald Jones was supposed to be with, no Zeke anymore.
Yeah.
And now they won't have that guy for the first 2 games. Don't know that necessarily makes a difference between them winning and losing those first 2 games, but that is a decent loss. Anything there?
I mean, I could briefly talk about Deuce Vaughn if you want. If you've seen that video of him running a little screen.
I did see it.
I think there was also another one. I don't know if it was him. They Dak threw a pick, and that's been going crazy on X.
Of course. Yeah.
Have you had that update to your phone yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
Twitter is now X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta
Mine still does the weird thing where it'll flash like between the Tweety Bird
between
and
the two?
X.
Yeah. These are the Tweety Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had that happen, but so we got our homie staying with us, and he was showing me like where his location is of Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be X, and then if you scroll to if you go all the way right, it'll be like a list of your apps. Right there, it was still Twitter, and I was like, bro, well, this thing's broke.
Yeah, yes, I agree. It's kind of a weird deal. But I mean, I think for the most part, we've hit most of the major news since we recorded last week. Everyone's in camp now.
Yeah,
we'll finally get some football this coming weekend. We'll get the Hall of Fame game. I'm pretty excited. Jets and the Browns. We'll see what goes down with that. I'm excited to see Aaron Rodgers. Maybe get some reps. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe a series.
You said the Browns. The Browns are using someone else and not DTR. I don't know what I just seen it. I don't know what it said. I don't know who their other quarterback is. It was a third rounder, it said. But they're not using DTR for the game. I saw that.
Interesting. I wonder why.
I don't know. Doesn't look as good, I guess. I don't know.
Well, on that note, let's get to some fantasy football talk, shall we?
Yeah, so me and our guy TB here have decided to do a fantasy league between the two of us. Now, I know.
Completely informal.
Yeah, and it's going to be, we look at our stats every week. Maybe we touch it up briefly. But apart from that, it's just me managing the point system, right? We're going to have a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end. Our flex position is going to be a little different. We're going to make it be a rookie, whoever you want it to be. I guess you could take a quarterback. Obviously, that's not what I'm expecting either of us to do, but you could. And then a kicker. The kicker is basically free points. Week in, week out, he's there. If he doesn't play, he doesn't play. We will have a bench. It's going to be 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 tight end, and another rookie. Now, the way I see it, I don't know how you feel about it, but I was only going to have those people there for either a bye week or if one of our starters gets hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
And the way we're doing this draft, it's going to be a snake draft. We're going to flip a coin to see who goes first, and then me and him might potentially put something on it down the road. We'll get that to you when we figure it out. But yeah, the point system I'm going to go off of is whatever like FanDuel is or something. I'm not going to make it like, oh, it's PPR with this. And then I got to go and do the math myself. I'm going to look up the math and just type it in and then add it all up.
Make it easy, baby.
Yeah.
Make it easy. All right. So I guess we got to flip. First of all, we got to flip a coin to see who goes first. Second of all, the wager.
Yeah. Did you think of something? What do you had in mind?
Well, I thought, maybe, the easiest one, we could put dinner on it,
Yeah.
Buy a meal. That's maybe not as fun. I don't know if you got something more fun, and maybe we TBD it, like you said, until we get something real good.
Yeah, I guess something that sounds good would be we got to buy the other a trophy, and we, for however long we roll,
and send it, dude.
Yeah. We could do that. There's that in mind.
I'm down for the trophy.
Another one I briefly had in mind was just like a bottle of something to drink. I don't know.
Okay. I can send you a Gatorade.
Gatorade's on the table. That's not what I had in mind, but that's what we're rolling with. We gotta stay hydrated.
There you go, Joe. Mr. Grill Master, stay hydrated, dog.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's flip a coin. Let's see what we got.
You call it. What do you want?
Tails. Never
tails. All right, I'll back up a little bit.
I feel like I'm getting gypped on this because I can't see.
It's heads.
Oh yeah, of course it's heads. Yeah. We can't see that. All right, I can verify it's heads.
Dang, this is tough. I did not want to go first. But it is what it is. First pick of the draft.
Yeah, what do you got?
I'm taking my guy, Christian McCaffrey.
Wow. Mind blown. Tell us why. Just 30 seconds.
Easy.
Give me 30 seconds.
Like I said, it'll probably be PPR, whoever I go to. My guy runs the ball. He catches the ball, does it all. He's going to score. My guy's electric.
Okay.
My only uncertainty would be injuries. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as I could tell you, man, this guy's the real deal.
Okay. All right. Well, with my first pick, I am taking none other than Justin Jefferson, Minnesota Vikings. He was freaking believable last year, his first year in the Kevin O'Connell offense. I mean, he's had one of the greatest first 3 years of any receiver like ever. He's on pace to do unbelievable things. And I think in terms of receivers right now in production, that guy is clearly receiver one. So
yeah,
I don't know if he's the best receiver in the league. He might be. Like I don't know if I can definitively give him that title.
Yeah,
but from a fantasy production standpoint, that guy's the guy.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I got Justin Jefferson. Now we snaking, so that means I get another pick here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This one's harder. But I think I'm gonna go with Travis Kelce. Simply because I think the drop off from Travis Kelce to the next tight end is so great. And we talked about, the just the lack of high quality receivers right now in the Chiefs offense.
Yeah.
Like he's clearly the best receiving threat for Mahomes.
Yeah.
In the red zone, he scores touchdowns. He had like 9 red zone touchdowns last year, or something like that. Or I think it was 13. I can't remember now, but he's a bona fide guy. And clearly the best tight end fantasy wise. So
yeah,
I could have thought about running back, thought about another receiver, but I think Kelce is the pick to solidify the tight end position for me.
Yeah, I will say if I went second, I think I definitely would have gone 2 receivers. And if that was me. Not saying you should have, but that's probably what
Thank you for making me second guess myself. Appreciate you. Your turn.
Yeah, no, I know. I got my 2 now. I'm going. Let me see. Receiver, though. Who do I want? Oh. Taking Cooper Kupp.
Ooh. That's a shot to the heart right now. I want a Coop.
Yeah. My bad. I'll speak in front of the mic. I will say the reason I'm going with him, the way I see it, he might slip to a second round in a real draft, maybe. Maybe a third, early third. But he will have production similar to how you're talking about Justin Jefferson with Kirk Cousins. Like he's the go-to guy on that team. We talked about them. They got Ben Skoranek. I think that guy, something else in my eyes. Not a good something else. Tutu Atwell, a little young still. Doesn't really get much playing time. Van Jefferson, I think he got hurt towards the end of the year. I don't remember.
Van should finally be healthy. He'll probably be their second best guy this year.
Exactly. So I think he's going to come back this year big because, he ended a little early last year. So that's where I'm going with Coop. The next guy I'm taking, man, there's so many dudes, but I think I got to do it. I'm taking Jalen Hurts at quarterback.
Ooh. All right. The ball is rolling right now.
So I know a lot of you are probably thinking, like, man, it's early for a quarterback. But you got to think about it. It's just 2 of us, for one. So there's going to be a lot of talent no matter what. But Jalen Hurts, my guy does it all. Runs the ball, throws the ball. A lot of weapons that he's got. On top of the fact that he's going to use his legs to score too. I just points through the roof from that guy.
Fair. All right. Well, then coming back, a guy I considered pretty heavily with my second pick, I now get him with my third pick, and that's Ja'Marr Chase.
I thought about that one, but I wanted to take Coop from you.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And but Chase is he's also a dude. I think between Jefferson, Chase, and Kupp, those are the 3 receivers. Like bona fide, those 3 receivers are kind of separate from a lot of the other guys. Maybe Tyreek Hill's kind of close to those guys, and that's about it at this point. But getting Ja'Marr, pairing him with Justin Jefferson, I feel like I've locked down receiver pretty well there.
Yeah, you got a solid duo.
I got Kelce at tight end. So now I got to come back. And, I'm obviously looking at the running back position at this point.
Yeah.
I've got a couple choices. I'm kind of thinking about this, and I think strategically, the best way to go here is to actually take the best rookie and fill my
Ooh.
rookie flex position.
Okay.
I'm
I know
taking
it's going.
Bijan Robinson out of Atlanta because they are supposedly going to use him in so many different variations and forms. And we know how much Arthur Smith loves to run the ball. We know young running backs are the way to go in the NFL. Those are the guys who produce.
A lot
We
of
know
upside early on.
Bijan can catch the ball. We watched his jump cut is unreal. His athleticism is crazy. He's so unique and gifted. I think
Have you
he's going to
seen
be
the little tapes on him being released?
Mhm.
That one-handed snag?
Mhm. He's a dude, bro.
Yeah.
We loved him in the draft, both of us.
Uh-huh.
And when he went as high as he did, I was not even upset about it. I think Atlanta's going to get everything they can out of him, and honestly would not be shocked if he's one of the top fantasy running backs in the entire NFL, let alone just rookies.
Yeah.
So
I
I
agree.
feel like I'm kind of getting a steal in terms of he can fill up my rookie slot. And then if down the road there's another rookie I like, I can just slide him into running back. So I feel like I kind of got a cheat code by drafting
I
Bijan
agree.
here.
It'll be like that for sure. That's why I said you could take a quarterback there. There's a couple, but like it's still risky.
Yeah, yeah.
But coming back for me, I think I will take. You mentioned this guy. There's a couple dudes I really want to take, but I think. You know what? No, I'm not taking that guy. I'm taking AJ Brown. I'm doubling up the points. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. That changed my mind right there.
Okay. All right.
So granted, like I said, Jalen Hurts has a lot of weapons. AJ Brown being one, Devontae Smith another. I think just that first year with them was electric, especially that Titans game. I know we all remember that one. My dude scored on back-to-back plays because one of them there was a flag or whatever. I think the guy's a monster. Taking AJ Brown. Following him, this is tough, but I will be taking Mark Andrews at tight end.
See, this is why I
There's
took
another
Kelce.
dude I want to take, but he's not as consistent as this guy. Like he gets production, but it's once every like 3-4 weeks, and it gets tough. Mark Andrews, he's been the man in Baltimore for the last couple of years. Granted, they got OBJ now, and oh man, is it Zay Flowers? Is that the right guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. Yeah, he got both of those dudes there, but he's still top tight end for sure. So I'm rolling him.
Okay. All right. With my first pick, I really need another true running back here. So Nick Chubb is the pick. Now that no Kareem Hunt there, they've got some other backs. We mentioned Demetric Felton, Temecula's very own. They've got some other dudes, but for the most part, Chubb is one of the few guys in the league right now that is in a league of his own in terms of like he's the lead guy in the backfield. No one else can really take care of him. Yeah, the bendy bar and everyone losing their mind. Yeah, all of it's every offseason it feels like there's a Nick Chubb video about him spotting like that. So he doesn't quite do as much as some of the other guys in the pass game, but he's so good running the football and he gets all the red zone touches. He scores touchdowns. He breaks big runs. I'm going with Chubb here. Now, I've got my rookie flex. I've got one running back, two receivers. I've got a tight end. So here I'm thinking I got to either go another running back or a quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at a couple different names on this list. And the guy that's just kind of standing out to me right now, Saquon.
Oh, there you go. That's a solid duo, too.
I think Saquon is highly motivated. I know, Jonathan Taylor might have been a guy to look at here.
Before all that news, though.
Before all the news, yeah. I have no idea what's going to happen in terms of whether or not he plays. Derrick Henry, he's older, but the guy is just a production machine. So that's another name I
especially
thought
down
of.
the stretch.
And then the guy who I was really torn on probably is Austin Eckler because he gives you all the
He
extra
also
stuff
has
in the
noise
pass
too,
game.
though.
But he's in a kind of a, pay me year. So there's a lot going on, but I just think Saquon just is highly motivated. And I think Saquon is a dude. So I want 2 freak daddies as my running backs. I got Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley. And I got Bijan as the rookie flex. So I'm just RB'd out now. Yeah.
Yeah, so the guy I will take, I don't really know what position I want to take. I don't know if I want to fill in the rookie spot, just even out that playing field a little bit, or if I want to go a true running back. But I will take my rookie. I'll do both. I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs for the rookie.
Okay.
He's in Detroit, my guy. I just listened to Dan Campbell talk on Pardon My Take. They asked him a question why. Yeah, he was good. They asked him why they brought him in early. He was like, that guy is something else. The way he talked about him just made me think, like, not only did I like him when we did the running backs, but like hearing him talk about it just like solidified that thought.
We love those two. Gibbs and Bijan are both going to be dudes. Been reading a lot about how the Lions have been using him so far in camp in the portions of practice that have been open to media. Sounds like they line him up at receiver, even with they're playing some stuff.
Really versatile for sure.
It sounds like they're doing stuff where even like David Montgomery's on the backfield, like Jahmyr's out there in the slot kind of stuff. So I kind of love that they're going to use him in all those different ways. So I think that's a pretty good pick.
And the running back I'll take for my second dude, you did mention Eckler. I do think there's a lot more at receiver on that team, so I won't pick him. And a little bit of Chargers hate. Now I got to say, but I'm gonna roll with Josh Jacobs. We've seen what he did last year, and I think probably the number one option on offense for that team in general. We got the Jimmy questions. Who are their receivers besides Devontae? We got a dude that plays baseball on that team. Like, come on. No, but I think Josh Jacobs is a monster. He showed for himself last year. I think he's gonna meet that, if not surpass it. I think he's just that good.
Okay. I need a quarterback. So, I mean, you've taken Hurts. I'll take the other guy who was in the Super Bowl. Give me Patty Mahomes.
Patty Mahomes. I kind of thought you would do that. I didn't know how early. So I was like, I don't know who he wants to take at quarterback. So I'll just get my guy early.
Slight thought about Josh Allen or Justin Fields, given how much they give you in the run game.
Yeah.
But Mahomes throws so many touchdowns, and I got Kelsey.
Yeah.
So put them together just like you doubled up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to double up with Mahomes. And now I got to look at my first bench guy. So to me, I'm back to who's the best guy available. And I mentioned him earlier. I'm really torn between 2 guys here. I mentioned both of these guys, Eckler or Tyreek.
Yeah.
I think
they get pick either way.
I know none of the picks that we're picking right now. There's only 2 of us, so it really is like splitting hairs on some of these. But I think I'm gonna go Eckler, just in case, specifically because I think running back I'm more likely to get an injury to Chubb or Barkley, and I want Eckler ready to go if that happens. So I'm gonna go Eckler.
Okay. I dig it. Well, that frees up Tyreek. I'm gonna take him for my receiver spot. I do have a long list there. It was the one position I was like, oh, there's this guy. Oh, there's also this guy.
Like receiver is crazy.
So obviously we picked everyone on my list, and then I had CeeDee Lamb being another dude out looking in. So it was just like, I don't know. But yeah, Tyreek will be my first pick. And then for my next pick, the back-to-back, I'm going to go... Oh, I had Garrett Wilson on that list as well, just because the noise I've seen with him and Rodgers.
I know.
So yeah, he was another
intriguing.
guy. Yeah, but the guy I will take is going to be another rookie. I'm going JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba, out of the Seattle Seahawks. I seen a video of this dude. It was similar. I'll throw out another name. I don't know if you'll take him, probably not. But Calvin Ridley, that video for him, where the dudes were running the ends and he smoked the first guy, and it looked like they sped it up. Like this is how JSN was looking on the video I seen of him. He just quick in and out the cuts, made some great snags. Like that dude's gonna be balling out there for sure.
For sure. All right, back to me. So I need a bench quarterback, a bench receiver, and a bench flex, right?
We
Rookie
got flex, tight end, QB, and then we both need a kicker.
Okay. All right. So I need a bench receiver. And I am looking at a guy who I know there was a little turmoil here. But I'm going to go Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I still think he's got some juice left in him. I really considered, like you said, Garrett Wilson. I thought about him. I also thought about Tyreek's teammate, Jalen Waddle. But I'm gonna go Diggs. And then with the back-to-back, I need another quarterback. I said I considered him for my QB1, so I'll pair him Josh Allen.
Ooh,
and I'll go Allen and Diggs as my backup guys.
Yeah, Josh Allen, you mentioned it briefly. The legs, the throwing, like he's got it all. The biggest, I guess, issue for fantasy would be turnovers.
Yeah.
But yeah, my guy, definitely a top pick for sure for QBs. Let's see, I need same, pretty much. So let's see, tight end. Oh, I could do another pairing if I really wanted to, if I want to be that guy. But I won't.
The excitement.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. So I will take this guy. I'm going to take Evan Ingram.
Ooh.
I know I talked about having high praise for Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
This guy down there, I think he's similar to Kelsey, just a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So Evan Ingram for my tight end spot.
Okay.
Let's see, and then my back-to-back, or did I already go twice?
No, you just took Evan Ingram. You got one more.
All right. I got QB. I think, you know what? I'm going to audible. I was going to do another dual threat. I was going to go Justin Fields, but I'm going to take the man, the myth, the legend, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Lawrence. You're all in on Lawrence, so I thought you were going to go there.
I did want to, but I didn't write him down for one. And two, I think I'll let him shine on his own. I don't need to.
You don't need to put any extra pressure on him, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. I need a backup tight end and the backup rookie flex. So, tight end, we're going to go with TJ Hawkinson, who I think is the third best tight end on the board overall. So I'm going to go with him. I think he gets enough targets in that
good one.
Vikings.
I saw him late. I didn't write him down on accident.
I think he gets enough targets in that Vikings offense. So
yeah,
they traded for
late in that year. They had some chemistry.
Now the rookie flex is a little harder, just given. I think we took the three most productive, what we expect to be the most productive guys. Jason, Gibbs, and Bijan. So now, I'm thinking a little outside the box here, and I think he has a chance to be like under the radar, super duper productive in the Lions offense.
Oh.
I'm going to take Sam Laporta, the tight end with the Lions.
Okay.
May not be like, I know that people are like, what are you doing? What about Jordan Addison with the Vikings? Yeah, I know. I got Justin Jefferson.
Flowers, Quentin Johnson.
Or Zay Flowers, Quentin Johnson. Like, all those guys may have good. I just think, I don't know what it is. Goff likes tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
They had Hawkinson and they traded him, and their offense was fine.
Yeah.
I just think there's a different dimension when they have that tight end. And I think Goff likes throwing to those tight ends. He threw to Hawkinson plenty, and then with the Rams, he loved Higbee. I think Laporta's got a chance to have all that. It's kind of crazy that we took 2 rookies from the same team, because you took Gibbs and I'm taking Laporta, but it's a little off the board, and I figured, why go chalk when we can have more fun than that? So
exactly. I feel that. And I also realized I need a running back still for my backup, so I'm tripping off of that. So I'll pair this guy with Aaron Rodgers in a way. I'm gonna take Breece Hall for my backup running back.
Okay.
And for kicker, I'm gonna take Justin Tucker. I had a list of 3 dudes where he's
Classic.
the 101 at kicker. I'm gonna just take him.
Classic. I'll take Butker, Harrison Butker from the Chiefs.
Whoa, that's wild. Not on my list, I can tell you that.
He's pretty money, dude. I mean, he's made all the big kicks. They don't settle for a lot of field goals, but they score enough touchdowns. He gets enough extra points that it kind of makes up for it. And when they do settle for field goals, he's pretty money. I mean, he made the kick that sent him to the Super Bowl. So I'll take Butker.
Yeah, my short list was Justin Tucker, Money Mac, as they call him in the Bengals facility, and then Younghoe Koo out of Atlanta.
Younghoe Koo was the other guy I kind of thought about.
Yeah.
I like Younghoe. But
I had to make sure I got that pronunciation right.
I went Butker. All right, so I just want to quickly run down our teams. I'll run down mine, you run down yours. So I know I've got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, Nick Chubb at running back, Saquon Barkley at the other running back, Justin Jefferson at receiver, Jamar Chase at the other receiver, Travis Kelce at tight end as my rookie flex. And my backups, I got Josh Allen at quarterback, Stephon Diggs at receiver, Austin Eckler at running back, TJ Hawkinson at tight end, and Sam Laporta as my rookie flex. And at kicker, we got Harrison Butker rounding out the group.
Yes, sir. I was going to say, man,
you contender.
Yeah, I was going to say, you almost forgot him. And I was like, yo, I know we just picked him last, but my guy still needs some love.
Off the dome, dude. I put it all off the dome. I remembered it all. Didn't write any of it down.
Oh, well, luckily I did, because someone's got to keep track. So I had Jalen Hurts, Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Mark Andrews, Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Tucker. Let's see, my extras, my RB and receiver. I got Josh Jacobs, A.J. Brown. And my reserves is going to be Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, Tyreek Hill, Evan Ingram, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, who did we leave out? I'm going to say DK Metcalf right off top.
Who got snubbed?
Yeah.
Let me look.
I will say, we mentioned them in the rookies, Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers for that position. I had them written down.
Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry are 2 backs that are generally pretty productive that didn't get picked here.
I got Goddard and Kittle.
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I mentioned him early. Yeah.
Devontae Adams.
Mentioned Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Tony Pollard.
Yeah, that's a good back.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, another Lion.
Yeah.
I mentioned him, but Jalen Waddle, really consider picking him.
Joey B.
Joe Burrow, yeah. Jose Barrose. Yep. And then maybe Najee Harris at running back is another kind of
that is a good one.
name. But yeah, I think for the most part, we picked all unbelievable players.
Yeah.
The only shots we really took were with the rookies. So at least I took a kind of a shot with the rookie.
Yeah, Sam Laporta.
But I think other than that, I think none of these are to be unexpected. I mean, completely out of left field, right?
No, true. I will say I forgot to mention this when we started. So we're gonna do 2 separate awards. First one's kind of dumb. It's gonna be the regular season award where whoever has a better record up until, I don't know, week 13 or something. Then 14, 15, 16 will be playoffs. Playoffs will consist of all the starters except for one running back and one receiver, but it'll include the reserves. So those people will all get points and we'll combine them. And then whoever goes 2 out of 3 in that section wins ultimately.
Let's go. All right, baby. I'm ready. So if we do get an injury, it's going to really mess us up. Those playoffs.
So it makes, there's a lot of room for chaos. That's kind of the point, right?
Okay. Okay. Great.
like I said, the kickers are free points at that for whatever bye week, right? And then the reserves will come in for a bye week as well. We won't leave them just completely gone, but for the most part, they're going to stay there except for injury or, like I said, a bye week.
Okay.
And now if they have a bye week as someone else, that's unfortunate. Because I did not look at any of that for this. I just looked at names that said, boom, that's a guy. He's a man.
All right. Sounds good. I didn't look at bye weeks at all either. So
yeah, I didn't.
Fair.
You mentioned Herbert, right? For when we were talking about those.
I don't think I did mention him. I did not.
That's another dude we could say for quarterback. Geno and Matt Stafford, probably some sneaky picks. You know, Geno, you said he dropped 4K last year. Yeah. Our guy Matt Stafford coming off an injury.
Still don't understand how he's a 25th best quarterback in Madden, but whatever.
Let's see. Derrick Henry, we talked about him. Ooh, Travis Etienne. That's another dude who was talking about the running back situation recently too. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I saw him. He said that they need to evolve.
You got to be versatile. Yeah, also true.
Yeah, to a certain extent, you're right. So
Ramondre Stevenson, Joe Mixon. Oh, Dalvin Cook, unknown where he's gonna play, but that's another one. Kamara, we missed that. Pacheco, we love the guy. Another weapon in Kansas City. Let's see, any sleeper. You talked about Waddle. Let's go Debo. That's probably a good one. T. Higgins.
I'm thinking I'll give you a later round like guy at every position that I could see being better than people anticipate, maybe, right? Oh. So at running back, the guy that I look at who stands out, he's kind of it's funny because people haven't talked about him a lot, but I think D'Onta Foreman with Chicago could be pretty good. I know they let David Montgomery go and they've got Khalil Herbert. Yeah. But I think Foreman kind of could steal some red zone touches from Herbert and become the guy
like
who
a third down back type.
Well, he the guy who snakes like red zone tutties, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah, like the Williams last year.
Yeah, he gets the cheapies. I think that's a sneaky name to look out for at running back. If we're looking at receivers, there's so many receivers. It's
a long list.
It's absolutely insane. So a guy who I might look at receiver, he's coming off cancer. Just saw a sick video of him
Forrest Moreau.
Up. No.
Oh.
Nope. Not Foster Moreau. John Mechie III missed his rookie season.
Oh yeah, I seen that video too.
For Houston, feel like he could be a sneaky late round pick. He might have qualified. Low key, if I can change my pick from Laporta to Mechie, if we're calling it Mechie's, if it's NBA style, where like this is his rookie year, I would take Mechie. But
I'll give it to you.
I think Mechie might have a big year, like in Houston, because they've sort of lacked legitimate receiving threats there, and I feel like Mechie could be the dude.
Robert Woods is there too. That's another.
And then at tight end is always where people go, bargain value shopping, right?
Yeah, you have to. It's tough.
I mean, I think I gave you a great one in Laporta. It's not like he's a rookie, and a lot of people I don't think he's being drafted very high. I see a lot of mocks, and he's kind of somewhere around.
Yeah, he's deep on this list.
25th,
30.
Yeah, I mean, so there's one, but if I had to give you a different one,
I said Greg Dulcich at the top of the episode. That's a solid one.
Schoonmaker with Dallas. Everyone's on Dulcich. Everyone knows Sean Payton loves tight ends.
I had him late last year though. I picked him up off the waivers. He was balling. He became my one low key. But Dawson Knox, I seen a video of him. He looks pretty good. Good route running. Don't know if I would take him for this, but he's looking good. Could get reps later in the year.
Schoonmaker, another rookie tight end that I think is going to end up being the tight end in Dallas, could have a legitimate year. So we just gave you a bunch of names. So we gave all kinds of fantasy advice today, more than I think we even anticipated giving.
Yeah, for real.
But I'm excited to see how this thing turns out. We definitely have to come up with a fun bet and let the people in.
That's for sure. If y'all got ideas, I thought about doing like dumb things where it was like we gotta shave our head or do something wild like that, or even like really over the top. I don't think either of us would want to do, but tattoo crossed my mind.
Whoa, dude! What are we doing right now?
But this is just spitballing. This is not. We're just seeing what sticks. You know what I mean?
Our guy is going absolutely out of his mind. No, we gotta. I like the idea of if anyone in the comments has an idea.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
We're not saying we're gonna do it,
but we'd love to hear. Yeah,
we're saying we'd listen. And before we hop out today, Joe, I believe it is your turn to give us a banger.
So I went into this being torn between two things, but I'll say three. So I'll let you pick 1, 2, or 3, and that'll determine. Oh no. Are you there?
I am.
Okay. It like stopped moving and as you were speaking, so I don't know what the option was.
Okay. Tell me the options again.
1, 2, or 3.
So I just have to decide 1, 2, or 3. I don't get any other.
Just pick one.
Okay. Number 2.
If you want 2, okay. So we've only done food one other time.
Oh,
and
food.
So today, this one, I don't know where Trader Joe's is all around the U.S. I don't know if they're in every state or not, but
they're not.
Yeah. Well, so one of my go-to things that I don't always get, but I was there today and I bought. It's like their very own Reese's Cups, the dark chocolate, bro. Oof. I bought a little baggie, bro. It's only $1, bro. And let me tell you, I had about 5 of those things already. It's already bad.
It's insane.
Like Trader Joe's has really good desserts, and that's like the cups are not the only thing I bought, but elite level ice cream that they got there for desserts, bro. Crazy. But the cups are elite, bro. They got
Joe Flacco elite or Peyton Manning elite?
What's the difference? One Super Bowl? I don't.
Dude, okay. I'm saying Peyton Manning is clear elite. Joe Flacco was always like the debated elite.
Oh no. Okay. No, Peyton Manning, bro. They got ice cream sandwiches. Ice cream sandwiches, bro, that I always get. So good. I didn't get them this time. I had to hold off. I got something different. I'm trying something new. Jeez. And they got these little mini ice cream cones. Those are fire. It's like literally like 2-3 bites you could finish one. And then today, the thing that I tried new because I didn't want to get the sandwiches, it was like they look like Oreos, but they're ice cream sandwiches. They were mint flavor. I forgot about that. So when I bit into it, I was like, this is different. But it was really good. The ice cream was really soft. So like,
bro, you're making
any dessert from there is fire. But I was specifically supposed to talk about the cups.
Okay, well, you made me hungry. And while we're here, I tried, since we're talking about it, and you get a 2-for-1 special today.
Yeah, here we go.
Banger of the week. Yesterday, tried some ramen at this place called Fun Noodle in Lubbock. Texas. Fun Noodle. Ooh. Fire. Black pepper chicken ramen with two hard-boiled eggs in there. Ooh. Fire. Straight
the
fire.
Eggs always make it go.
Oh, fantastic. Actually, shout out to my girlfriend Jill, who recommended it.
That's some breaking news to the people.
Yeah. Shout out to her because she took me there and it was fire. And I was not disappointed whatsoever. It's actually, yeah. So there you go. If you're ever in Lubbock, Texas, Fun Noodle, try it out. It's the black pepper chicken ramen is legit. So, but yeah, man, I think that's all we got today. Another shorty for you, another shorty episode, and we'll be back next week. We'll start. I think we'll review some more training camp stuff. There's always news going on.
Yeah, circulating every week.
We may even do a little Hall of Fame game talk. We'll actually have a game to talk about.
Yeah, it's back. Football is here, baby.
Football is here, my friend. And we'll play it by ear from there and see what we got in store for you. But until then, we got our guy Ray Ray.
Ooh, new music this Friday from Ray Ray. Don't forget it. He's back too.
Let's go.